Tiger Woods' ex, Kristin Smith, issues troubling statement after his arrest. Smith breaks silence about DUI incident, describing it as triggering and unsettling. Kristin Smith, former partner of golf legend Tiger Woods, has issued a rare public statement following his recent DUI arrest. The comment addresses how the incident has affected her after years of moving on from their past relationship. Smith shared her thoughts on social media, describing the situation as deeply unsettling and triggering for her. She noted that recent events brought back memories of trauma unrelated to Woods' latest legal troubles. Her statement conveyed frustration at being drawn back into the public discussion surrounding the golfer's arrest and crash. In her message, Smith explained that she had worked to move forward from that chapter of her life. She expressed concern about being approached or contacted about the incident after years of focusing on her own well-being. Smith's reaction to being dragged into the spotlight. The stylist said that being pulled back into narratives about Woods and his arrest was distressing. She emphasized that confronting unexpected attention or confrontation has been difficult for her, leading to feelings of fear and anxiety. Smith's statement underscored how the renewed focus on Woods' personal life has affected her emotionally. She called for privacy and understanding for herself and her family at this time. She also highlighted that she has stayed mostly silent about their past relationship and his actions for many years, choosing to focus on her healing instead of engaging with public speculation. Woods' arrest and public attention. Woods was arrested on suspicion of driving under the influence following a rollover crash in Florida on March 27th. Police reported he had prescription painkillers in his pocket and appeared impaired at the scene. He later pleaded not guilty to the DUI charge and is facing misdemeanor counts, including refusal to submit to a lawful test. In response to the incident, Woods publicly stated he would step away from golf temporarily to seek treatment and focus on his health. Smith's response is unusual, given her typically private approach to matters involving her former relationship with Woods and his high-profile personal struggles. Her statement reflects how the arrest has reverberated even among those who are no longer closely connected to his life. No Neymar, no Vinicius. Ancelotti puts faith in surprise World Cup pick. The Catarinia coach has confirmed the selection of an unexpected player over the team's stars ahead of the 2026 World Cup. Once again, Carlo Ancelotti's decisions have caused a stir in Brazil. After the coach left Neymar Jr. off the roster for the friendlies against France and Croatia, he has revealed one of the players who will be on his list for the 2026 World Cup, and, of course, it has caused a stir. To the surprise of many fans, he did not choose one of his big stars, like Rafinha, Vinicius Jr., or Neymar himself, but rather the defender Danilo Luiz da Silva. Carletto shows his confidence in Danilo. The Italian coach was emphatic in confirming that the 34-year-old defender will be part of the final 26-man roster traveling to the United States, Mexico, and Canada to compete in the highly anticipated tournament. Danilo is a very important player, not only on the field but also off it. He will definitely be on the final 26-man roster because I like his character, his personality, and his playing style. He can play in all defensive positions, Ancelotti stated at a press conference ahead of Wednesday's friendly against Croatia in Orlando, United States, via DAZN. However, this has caused a stir since Danilo, currently at Flamengo, is not a guaranteed starter at his club and is a substitute for the Brazilian national team. In response, Carletto put an end to the controversy. Danilo will be among the 9 defenders. We now have a very clear idea. I have the lineup pretty much set for the first match, and also the lineup pretty much set for the final roster. Sometimes I get tired of talking about things I've already talked about, he concluded. Danilo's inclusion is part of a strategy to balance the squad and facilitate a generational transition, combining youth with the experienced leaders the team already has to help sustain the group in a highly demanding tournament. Furthermore, some time ago, it was Carletto himself who recommended his signing to Real Madrid in 2015. Now, with this new call-up, he leaves no doubt about his support for the defender. However, this has drawn comparisons to Neymar, as Danilo has logged 452 minutes this season, just 48 more than Santos star, who missed the start of the season and other matches due to injuries. Furthermore, it was noted that while the defender can play as a center-back and on both flanks, Ney can operate as a false 9. However, Danilo is currently free of any injury, which Ancelotti determined to be a key factor, while Neymar continues to recover from a muscle strain due to excessive fatigue in training with his club, and has not played for the Brazilian national team since October 17, 2023, after suffering a serious knee injury. Meanwhile, the final decision rests with Carletto, who is set to announce the final World Cup roster on May 18th. In this edition, Brazil will be in Group C alongside Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. They will make their debut against Morocco on Saturday, June 13th at New Jersey's MetLife Stadium. They will then face Haiti on Friday, June 19th at Philadelphia Soldier Field. And on Wednesday, June 24th, they will take on Scotland at Miami's Hard Rock Stadium. This is how the FIFA ranking looks before the World Cup. France overtakes Spain. The draw against Egypt puts the French team in first place in the rankings. Never in history has the team that came first won the World Cup. The Spanish national team has lost its lead in the FIFA ranking after drawing 0-0 with Egypt at the RCDE Stadium in Barcelona. This draw, together with France's good run of victories during the last international window in March 2026, has caused a change at the top of world football on the eve of the World Cup. Luis de la Fuente's team failed to overcome the solid defense of the African team in a special match, marked by the debut of Joan Garcia in goal in Cornella. With this draw, Spain drops to second place, while Argentina remains in third place on the podium. The new update of the world ranking after the international friendlies reflects a great equality in the upper part. France took advantage of their victory over Brazil to surpass 1,874 points and overtake Spain by a very narrow margin. This adverse result leaves a fact that draws the attention of analysts. Never has a team that has started a World Cup cycle as the number one in the ranking has ended up winning the title. Dropping to second place could reduce the pressure on the Spanish team ahead of the tournament in June. Meanwhile, Morocco remains the only African team in the top 10.